Hello, it's Elga here from the Community Library, and it's lovely to see you all and to have your company. I just wanted to share some useful tips about the importance of reading, especially when you have your child at home. Now obviously when your child starts school and enters into the developmental programme for 2 to 3 year olds, there'll be plenty of opportunity to look at books and be involved with books. But I always say the most important teacher in your child's life is you, and it's great to have your child on a one-to-one basis at home and encourage and introduce into your home story time during the day as well as story time at night, a bedtime story. I always say no child should ever be going to bed without a bedtime story. And during the day, just setting aside a couple of minutes where you can share a book with your child. Turn off the television, find that quiet storytelling area in your house. Surround your house with books. They don't have to be all neatly on shelves like in a library, just in baskets, easy access that your child can see the books and bring a book to you. You can get a book, bring it to your child, and just have that wonderful quiet time together. What the experts tell us is that reading to your child, it's so beneficial for your child when they do actually start school. And it's about sharing books that are fun, the recreational side of books. There's the educational side of books. You can imagine that every time you're introducing a different story, you're introducing more language, more words, different concepts, different situations. You're challenging your child's observation skills, their understanding skills, their book skills, being able to turn the page, book skills that will be with them and remain with them for life. So reading books, it is great for your child and it gives them a great start in life. And it helps them to develop as well, develop confidence as they read new books, but also they'll start to develop their preferences, the types of books that they really enjoy. And if you read a book again and again, there's no harm in that either. It's familiarisation and building on that confidence. And what the experts tell us as well is no matter what age your child is, hold the book just like this and point to each word on the page, left to right, the first letter of each word, and encourage that mechanical action of movement from left to right the whole way through. The first type of book, because there's so many books that are available out there that you can access, wonderful for your child. The first category is pop-up book, and it does exactly what it says. There's all about our amazing funny fish, and we can see the different fish that just come to life when you open the page. And as adults, we can really involve your child in the story. As we turn the page, just go, oh look at that. And they really will develop a love of books. Again, there's a lovely story of a caterpillar and all the different stages of the caterpillar and all the friends that visit caterpillar until he actually then becomes a butterfly. These are wonderful books to have. And if you need any help in selecting books, any advice at all, please do send a message and contact me. Novelty books as well as sound books, where we can use a book just like a vehicle. We can, without leaving the house, we can visit the zoo and hear the wonderful sound of all the different animals at the zoo just by the press of a button. We can hear the elephants trumpeting, the lion roaring, and again text being introduced. Sit together, that lovely relationship, rapport building. Hold the book and point to each word, left to right, as you're reading the story. And these lovely, bright, colourful illustrations, that's what you're looking out for. And really good publishers, this is the Osborne Sound book. Jack Tickle and Sheridan Kane, very popular authors for pop-up books. And then we go to the Lift the Flap book. This was created by Eric Hill, who also invented Spot the Dog, the very first Lift the Flap book. That was about 40 years ago. And it's great, lovely, clear, black writing, bold text against a white background. And then it's the card Lift the Flap, where you have to guess. It's like a guessing game. I wonder who's in the cupboard. And then just very slowly open the flaps. That's the card Lift the Flap book. And Spot is in all sorts of adventures, replicating what happens in your child's life. He celebrates his birthday, Christmas, Halloween, Easter. He goes to school, he visits his grandparents. He's in every situation, and Spot is one of the essential experiences of childhood. You'll always get from the blurb at the back of the book information about the book and also other books in this series. Very good to look out for. So that's Eric Hill, the inventor of the Lift the Flap book. And then we had a development of that by Nosy Crow, a wonderful publishing company, the Felt Lift the Flap, Where's Mr. Lion? And all the animals that your child can meet. Where's Mrs. Giraffe? Oh, here she is. That felt, touch and feel, Lift the Flap for durability. Really, really great books to hold. And it's again like hide and seek. And then we come to the Lift the Flap and the pop-up brought together. This is a wonderful publishing company called Dorling Kindersley. You see a red D and a red K. Pop-up, peekaboo, they've done a whole series of books. And this is the tractor. And when you open it, here's your story, your text. And then as you lift the flap, there you see all the different machinery on the farm. Wonderful books. Lift the Flap and Pop-Up brought together. Onto the sunflowers. You see the cat moving. Fabulous books. Dorling Kindersley. And again we have DK, Dorling Kindersley, in the top corner. Crunch Munch Bunny. This is now Lift the Flap with sounds brought together all in one book. So you can see how much authors and publishers work together to really create a wonderful book for your child. So when we open the book, you can hear just great sounds. Just sounds and Lift the Flap brought together. Really, really great, powerful way of stimulating your child and getting them really interested in a love of books. And shortly after Eric Hill invented Lift the Flap, Rod Campbell came along as a wonderful author. He's done Lift the Flap books as well, and a lovely series of touch and feel books. He not only writes his own books, he also illustrates them, draws all the pictures, and also established his own publishing company called Campbell Books. So again, lovely bright illustrations, and then there's that touch and feel where you can actually feel the fur of the different animals and the glass of the fishbowl. So that's Rod Campbell. whole series of delightful touch and feel books. And then we have, here's our Doreen Kindersley again, the DK, touch and feel pets. Again, there's a whole series of touch and feel books where real photographs have been used instead of illustrations. Pets, dogs, and you can actually feel the velvety ears of the cat and the nose. Wonderful books, and children absolutely love these. Little fluffy tail on the rabbit. And then a new development of the touch and feel book, again done by Doreen Kindersley, the Really Feely series. And this is baby animals, and again you can just look at the back and you'll get how we can then stimulate the senses, build confidence and knowledge and a real enjoyment of, and love of books from an early age. The Really Feely series. I Am a Kitten, and then all the different parts of the cat and the little collar that you can feel, and the donkey and the apples, raised textures, as well as the soft touch of the touch and feel. It's a wonderful series to look out for. Really Feely. And the Sponge Feel, Doreen Kindersley again, the bedtime, great as a bedtime story to share with your child and part of the whole routine of getting ready for bed. It's a wonderful way of encouraging your child, tidying up before going to bed, getting teddy, having bath, book in bed as your routine, cleaning teeth and the bumpy toothbrushes and so on. It's a great spongy feel, and the sparkle of the stars. And then you have leading into picture books with a little puppet attached to it, and these again are wonderful. Some come with a rabbit or a dog, and it's a great way of introducing longer stories for your child with a puppet attached to it, and then going right into the actual picture book itself. Mick Inkpen is a very popular author, the Wibbly Pig series, and again you'll find the blurb at the back of the book telling you all about the picture book, but you can see the difference now where we're actually having text and our illustrations in a larger book, but wonderful to sit together, just hold a bit like that and point to the first letter of each word. And another very, very popular classic author is Jill Murphy. Peace at Last. I always think it's nice to have classic stories and as picture books, as well as the more modern books as well, and books that your child will love to hear over and over again. This is Peace at Last, where you can use your own voice to do all the sound effects, like the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock of the living room clock, and the of the refrigerator, and the drip, drip, drip of the tap. Really great books to get involved. The tweet tweet of the owls and the snuffle snuffle of the hedgehog. Wonderful books to share. And then the brrrr sound of the alarm clock to waken up Mr. Bear. Lovely story, Peace at Last. And also another classic author is Judith Kerr, The Tiger Who Came to Tea. A real favourite for many, many children to enjoy. And even the very, very last page where the tiger leaves and doesn't return. Great for the imagination, and great to do as a lovely tea party story as well. And this is the book that's actually held up. A wonderful author, Pat Hutchins, for teaching your child how to read. Rosie's Walk. And again, you've got the lovely bright colourful illustrations and a couple of words as the text. And what the experts tell us is as you read and point out letters and words, your child's taking all this in because their brain is just like a sponge, and they know, well, there's a letter, the, in, on. They'll get used to seeing these words on the page, and it's really helping them with their reading skills later on. So that's just a few examples, the tip of the iceberg to share with you today. There's some wonderful authors out there to look out for, and if you need any help, any advice, please do contact me. And if you need any books, access to books, please do contact me as well. But that's all we've got time for in our Importance of Reading talk today. And from myself, Elga, take care, look after yourselves, and all the best. Bye bye now. Bye bye.